and welcome to Bond University. My name's Kane Browning. I'm here with John Dietz. We're here for the NAB AFLW National Development Games. And this game is between the Brisbane Lions and the Gold Coast Suns. Welcome, John.
Thanks, Kane. Great to be here. Challenging conditions.
To say the least.
These girls played on Monday up at Maroochydore, and fantastic game to start the two, I guess, junior Q clashes between the two clubs. And today, going to be really interesting to see how players adapt to the conditions, and looking forward to it. Suns with a good win on early in the week. The Lions looking to rebound.
No, and you were telling me, John, the Suns probably skill level-wise are probably slightly ahead of the Lions at this stage in their development, but obviously conditions like this, sides become pretty even, don't they?
Definitely. Yeah, the conditions will suit the Lions. I think they're a little bit lower and harder at the footy. Their pressure on Monday was really good around the ball. So the Suns, with their tools, probably had a bit of an advantage in the air. So the weather will probably negate that today. So it'll even the two sides up, and it should be a really interesting clash.
Now, it looks like the Lions are kicking to the right of screen. We're just waiting for the Suns to break away from the huddle down at this right-hand side end. And I tell you what, we did have a bit of a lull in the weather probably 10-15 minutes ago, and it's just picked up again. So as long as it doesn't get any heavier than this, we're lucky, we're undercover.
Absolutely.
It's not great for the girls this afternoon, but it should be a very interesting contest between the two sides as the Suns run out into position.
Yeah, it will be, and girls in Queensland don't tend to play in a lot of this weather, so it will be interesting to see, and I guess that ability to win the ball inside and take territory today is going to be a key. Whichever side can do that early, I think will give themselves best opportunity.
No, you're definitely right there. Just waiting for the umpire to give the go-ahead. As he comes in now, ready to go. Suns kicking to the left, Lions to the right. Game on. No clear winner in that ruck contest. Ball gets great tackle laid in the midfield there, and the umpire comes in for another ball up. Tap down. Almost got the clearance. Great tackle laid by the Suns player. Number 17.
Number 17, that's Mia Salisbury.
Mia Salisbury, very good work. Looked like it was a free kick to the Lions. Suns have got possession, no clear winner. Trying to kick the ball inside 50, just bombs it in. Mark dropped. Good tackle laid over the boundary line. Somehow gets a handball off. Handball's in board. Handball's in board again. Tried to do the no argue. It's a high tackle though. So the Gold Coast player was probably lucky on that occasion.
Yeah, Ava Usher with the ball there. A bit unlucky for the Lions. So her kick goes towards the top of the square. Players over the footy. Lots of numbers around the ball. I think we're going to see a bit of this early. The umpire's found a free kick there to the Lions, which goes the way there of Moyle. Her kick wide to Hassan. Mark dropped there on the far side by Tyndall. Players slipping and sliding around the ball. She follows up her work. Well done. In the direction there of Heidi Talbot, one of the girls down from North Queensland, who's kicked towards centre half forward. Mark spilt by Gear. Ball bobbles out. Lions got a bit of space here in the captain, DePaul. Doesn't quite sit for her. Sunny Lappin comes in. Good pick up. Handball towards the contest. Again, lots of numbers around the ball. Handball back to Salisbury.
Good tackle.
Excellent tackle there from the Lions, and they'll get the free kick there going the way of Ashley Moyle.
No, it was a great tackle there. And here's the Lions' chance now to go inside the tagging 50 for the first time. Kicks to the true centre forward position. No mark taken. Ball hits the deck. Plenty of numbers around this footy. Suns look to get out of defence now. On their far side wing. Beautiful step and weave. Kicks the ball downfield. No mark taken. Almost a falcon on that occasion. As the ball almost gets locked off. Beautiful handball though. Inside attacking 50 now for the Suns. In best position. No mark taken. Goes to kick the ball off the ground. What a goal. First goal on the board for the Suns. They move to 1-0-6. Lions yet to score early part of this first quarter.
Yeah, just surged the ball forward there. Took territory of the footy, as Sammy Oles, the coach, has mentioned pre-game to the Suns girls. And Dakota Barron, their girl from Springwood, just, followed up a work. Mark didn't quite sit, but little soccer through from a couple of metres out. And excellent start here from the Suns, and they'll be really happy with that one.
The Suns seem to have that sweeper position with the wet conditions, so they've always got a spare player out the back of the pack by the looks of it, so they can feed the ball out, kick the ball downfield, and beautiful setup. Perfect position, wasn't it, for that mark? Dropped it, but second effort was good, kicked it off the ground for the first goal.
Yeah, excellent work, and Havana Harris there at centre half forward didn't quite take the mark, but her follow-up work at ground level for a player at 182 centimetres, absolutely outstanding. As the Rucks go at it, taken there by the Suns. Salisbury again, who started this one well. Another strong tackle inside there by the lines, and we'll see another ball up. So expect to see plenty of numbers around the ball early in this one as players start to feel their way into the game. The umpire comes in again. Moyle there again over the ball. She's been prominent early. A little soccer out there by the lines. Goes the way of Hussain. She's over the footy. Over the top there is Burnham with the tackle. And the umpire comes in and says, I'll have that one again.
It seems to be Hussain and Talbot have matched up, the two number twos. And Talbot sort of got sucked into the contest, and Hussain got that clearance. So good work by Hussain.
Yeah, she's been good early. As the Lions kick towards half forward, so they get a bit of territory with the Suns rebound. Good attack on the football there coming through from the Lions. Didn't quite sit. Handball goes out the back. Talbot tries to soccer off the ground. Doesn't make great contact with that, but follows up. Plenty of pressure around the footy here. Not a lot of clean ball early in this one. But well done by the Lions as they clear towards half forward. Leading back in the race there with the footy was Gilliland, but a good strong tackle there by the Suns in the 22, Alana Welsh. Oh, little bit of a step around there. Shows some talent. Really well done in these conditions and drives it towards half forward. Right in front of our commentary position here. Overrunning the ball was Burnham. Good follow-up there by the talling Gaunt. Burnham with the footy, umpire says play on. Good decision. Milne couldn't quite take that one. Harris over the ball, but a really good tackle there by the Lions, and holding the ball goes their way.
Not quite sure who laid that tackle, but it was a good tackle all the same as the Lions look to kick the ball downfield. Good mark taken. Number 13, we've got Reeves. Reeves now kicks the true centre forward. No mark taken. Lions have got all the numbers in defence, though. Great tackle laid by the Suns, though. Been able to lock the ball in. Feeds the ball out the back. Lions get the intercept back, though. This is Hussain again. No mark paid. Must have been touched. Beautiful smother. Ball rolling towards the boundary line. Talbot could have given away the free kick. Suns have got the numbers. Kicks inboard. Good mark taken.
That's Harris.
That's Harris. Harris looking to kick the ball inside 50 to the hot spot. No one can take the mark. Lions have got the numbers again. Hack kick out of defence. Talbot and Hussain bail it out. Hussain wins that battle. Talbot lays a tackle and gets the ball back. Line shot on goal. Almost a check side. Ends up going backwards. Suns have got the mark now. Probably 30 out. We've got, this is Allen.
Xenia Allen, girl from Yeppoon.
From Yeppoon. Kicks the ball to the hot spot. How many numbers around this footy? Ball hits the deck front and centre. Check side. Rolls and rolls over the boundary line for a boundary throw in.
So a couple of the two number twos, Talbot and Hussain, they've both been in Melbourne at the diversity camp over the last couple of days. So saw them before the game having a bit of a chat. So taking it straight out.
No love lost between those two, obviously.
Absolutely. So ball gets thrown up in the Suns attacking 50. Good work by the Lions. Drove her legs, got out of the contest. Well done over the footy there by Gaunt. Fed the handball back. The Lions clear. Ball goes to the top of 50. Kick inside there.
Oh, dangerous now.
Very dangerous as Barron's over the ball. Good work in defence there by the Lions as they look to clear some run and carry, and ball goes out the outer side. So they've got a bit of space to work in. Ball dribbling towards the boundary line. Looks to be a couple of puddles out there, but the ground's held up really well. Emmett for the Suns. Kicks towards half forward, and Kick
out on the full,
out
I
on the
believe.
full.
Yeah.
So the Lions holding up well in defence. Ball being predominantly at the Suns' end. Kick goes towards centre wing. Again, lots of numbers around the ball. Suns just looking to take territory, and they do as the kick goes towards half forward. Couldn't quite get a handle on it. There was Milne. Good work by the Lions, burrowing through there, and a great handball on the outer side there to French. Her kick towards the centre of the ground. Suns here with a 3-on-1. Good little step there by Abby Rankin. Kick towards the Saint in the middle of the ground.
Good tackle.
Another tackle there on
great
Allen.
tackle.
Another follow-up there. Plenty in this one early. Plenty of heat. There's plenty of pressure. Ball spills wide towards Emmett. Again, lots of pressure from the Lions. Her kick just goes forward, and Hussein does well. Gets back behind the ball and looks to transfer play out to the far side of the ground. Excellent kick.
She's had a great first stanza to this first quarter, Hussein. She's been brilliant.
Absolutely. She didn't play on Monday. She was in Melbourne, and she's made a huge difference to the Lions midfield already. There's plenty of numbers around the ball. Again, good feedback with the handball there, but getting in the way, the quick kick out goes away of Alana well. She transfers play towards half forward. Leading in the race there is Burnham, who drives the legs and goes. Good kick inside forward 50 mark, not taken there by Shelford at the back from the Lions. Numbers get around the footy, bobbles around, umpire circling. Players manage to clear it out. Hussein again. Getting plenty of it early on. And the ball goes out of bounds. No boundary umpires, so the field umpire's making the call on that. They'll throw it in.
There we go. That's a change.
Yeah.
That's a good change in the conditions that we've got though, so that's good.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a sign again.
Hussein again. Great handball. Doing strong tackle. This kick goes inside forward 50. Milne leads out in the race. Stays over the footy. Can she get a handle on it? She does. Drives her legs.
Look
looks
at
to go.
this.
Gets out. Long kick towards the top of the square. Fantastic kick. And fantastic effort there by Nyali Milne.
Jeez. Just a turn of speed, wasn't it? She literally turned on a dime and then just took off. Beautiful drop punt for goal too. And straight over the goal umpire's head for the Gold Coast Suns second. We've scores 2-0-12 in favour of the Suns. Brisbane yet to score. And we've played probably
Bit over 10 minutes.
In this first quarter. John, what do the Lions need to do?
Yeah, they're holding up well out of their defensive 50. They've just got to try and find a target, and can they try and take a mark across half forward just to get some control with the game?
Jeez, mark that footy.
It's wet, it's heavy.
Oh.
But there's plenty of pressure. And again, they hold up well across half back, the Lions. The ball comes towards the commentary side.
Oh, you're not going anywhere trying to go through. On the ball, says the umpire. This is the young girl in Annabelle Fote. Hope I pronounced that right. Good mark taken.
It's Milne again, the goal kicker.
That's Milne again. Chips it in board. Trying to lace out her teammate. Couldn't on that occasion. Lions again. Kick it out from defence, right in the middle of the ground. Suns probably got the numbers. Look at the numbers around this footy. As the ball dribbles towards the Suns' 50-metre line. Great pickup. Kick towards full forward. Fullback Scott position. Kicks the ball. Suns, it's probably a 3-on-2. The Suns went out. Handball in board. Here's another shot on goal. Just offline. Through for a behind. And I believe that was Harris. Havana Harris.
Hannah Harris, so one of the girls, she was an All-Australian in the under-18s this year, so great to have a player of Havana's class in this game.
Gee, she can kick the footy.
Absolutely.
Especially in these conditions,
Yeah,
she launched it there.
Good 45-metre kick.
Geez, here's that battle we were talking about earlier again. No mark taken, did all the good work, couldn't hold the mark. Ball hits the ground. Here come the Lions again, our defence. No mark taken though. Here's the Lions' chance if they get their hands on the footy. Here we go. They've got some space now, hopefully. No. Suns get numbers to the contest. Jeez, the ball just dribbling around. So many numbers around the footy. Good tackle laid by the Suns. Oh, another good tackle laid by the Lions. This is tackling pressure at its best.
There is some heat
As the umpire finally comes in and says, I'm going to ball that one up. Lions win the clearance. Someone's trying to tap into their numbers. Here's the Lions' chance now. Handball, didn't hit the target. Oh, crunch. Great tackle. Geez, the tackling pressure is huge between these two sides, given the conditions as well. As the Suns look to clear across their half-back line. Kick towards that Adam wing. Lions probably have the numbers. Number 26 out there. That's Harris again. Harris handball over the top. Good tackling again by the Lions. Pressure's been really good in this first quarter by both these sides. Umpire comes in. Says it's a free kick to the Suns, unfortunately for the Lions, as the Suns look to attack again.
Yeah, I don't think the Lions will be too upset with their pressure and their intent around the ball. They've just got to build the footy up a little bit. Plenty of pressure around the ball, so their forwards just got to hold a little bit more shape in their forward half.
It's one thing you find with these conditions too, John. If you can find someone who can kick over that line, it's a massive asset to have. And looks like the rain's cleared for the moment, which is great to see. As the umpire looks to come in, maybe ball it up again. No, the Suns trying to attack. Jeez, I keep saying it over and over again. The numbers around the footy are immense. Plenty of numbers around as the ball dribbles over for a boundary throw in.
So it's going to be a bit of a challenge here as to who can sort of find that space. Both sides will look to get the ball forward quickly out of the contest. But can anyone chain up and get some run and find a little bit of open space on the outside?
Speaking of outside run, look at this by the Suns. Good tackle laid though. Here's the Lions' chance. If they try and move the ball quickly. No low numbers in front of the footy.
This is McDonough.
No mark taken. Ball hits the deck. The Suns look to be clearing it again. Drop the footy. No free kick paid though. Just trying to push the ball forward are the Suns. Lions trying to hold on to the footy desperately, trying to get an inside 50, get some pressure on that Suns back line. Ball dribbles down. And the ball gets smothered over the boundary line. All those 1%ers have been so good in this opening stanza, John.
Absolutely, and both sides, I think both coaches will be really happy with their players' intent and their pressure around the footy, and working very hard. We've gone 16 minutes and there hasn't been a lot of uncontested ball. It's extremely fierce out there.
Oh, look at that.
Excellent work there by, that was Moyle. Her kick just picked off there at defensive 50s for the Suns with Siobhan Ross, one of the girls down from Townsville. So one of the regional players coming into the side. As the ball bobbles around again on centre wing. Lions feed back. Good work there. Kick goes forward and they've got a bit of space here now. They've just got to be patient. They haven't got a lot of numbers in front of the ball. Roll and go. Got a player inside forward 50. Good spoil there by Lappin over the top. Picked up at the fall of the ball there by Gilliland. And she has got the Lions first on the board. So plenty of pressure around the ball. And Lily Gilliland, number 14 in the pink helmet, has put one through from about 25 out. So well done by the Lions. Good reward for effort. And they're first on the board. So bit of reward for their hard work there.
And again, being able to kick over that line, all of a sudden they had a little bit of an overlap. But it was a second effort from Gillian, wasn't it?
Yep.
The fullback was able to cut across, try and intercept. But Gillian, the second effort, was able to pick the ball up. Instant shot on goal, straight kick.
Straight through. And
beautiful goal.
Going to skid on today as well. So if you can hit that goal square, no one in it, put it in the goal square, it's probably going to bounce through. So good work by the Lions.
It's what they needed. 2-1-13 in favour of the Suns. One straight kick, 6 to the Lions. As the Suns look to go into attacking 50 again. Geez, look at the pace by some of these Suns players. Really impressive. Look at the numbers by the Lions, though. It's one thing we've noticed early. This defensive pressure by the Lions, especially across the half-back line. They've been under so much pressure. They've been pretty good in this first stanza, John.
Yeah, they've definitely held up under some serious heat. So less than 20 seconds to go here in the quarter. So can they hold on? Plenty of numbers around the ball again. And goes out. So Lions will be happy with that.
Looks like the siren might beat everyone here. As the siren goes for quarter time. Good start by both these sides. Gold Coast Suns 2-1-13 lead the Brisbane Lions one straight 7-point lead going into quarter time, John.
Yeah, and I think both coaches will be really happy with their start. I think the Suns probably had the better of the early part of that quarter, and the Lions to get that one back after holding up under some real pressure just gives them a bit of spirit, a bit of hope as we go into quarter time, and they'll hope to build on that and get some confidence out of that goal just before the break.
Well, we'll be back after the short break. We'll be back at Bond University for this game between Brisbane Lions and the Gold Coast Suns. welcome back here to the NAB AFLW National Development Game between the Gold Coast Suns and the Brisbane Lions. My name's Kane Browning. I'm here with John Dietz. And John, pretty interesting first quarter on the stat sheet.
Yeah, big first quarter. Couple of key performers in Heidi Talbot. We called her name a fair bit, Kane. She's had 11 possessions in the first quarter, so no wonder we've called her name a fair bit. Ava Usher for the Suns and Havana Harris both with 7. For the Lions, Hopkins has 6. Gear and Hussain, Moyle and Ibrahim both with 5 disposals. So a few of the key players getting their hands on the footy early. Both sides be happy with their tackle pressure. 18-minute quarters. The Lions have had 22 tackles, the Suns 23. So just explains how much pressure there is around the footy early in this one.
You're right about that. As we're getting ready for the second quarter action here at Bond University. Umpire balls the ball up. Lions win the tap out. Trying to get the clearance there. Hussain was hanging on, I think, as the Suns get a free kick. Coming out of the centre square. Handball's off now. Suns looking to attack. Good mark taken there on that far side. Handball's in now.
This is Harris.
Harris again. Oh, bounces off the chest. The full
Competition. Intercept marks. Looks to swing the play towards centre wing. Just misses the target there in Talbot. And goes out of bounds right on centre wing on the far side of the ground. Wide ground here at Bond. A long way away from us out the far side here. And
geez, all those supporters there at the grandstand with the umbrellas. You'd be pretty brave not to have an umbrella on that far side this afternoon.
There's a couple of hardy souls out there with braving the elements.
Better than me, mate.
So ball gets spilled out the back there for the Suns. Good attack on the footy there. Salisbury at the back. Her kick in the direction of Burnham. Goes through her hands. Mill picks up. Player out here all on her own. Come off the interchange. That's Ava Usher. And under a little bit of pressure there, puts it through for a minor score. So just found some space there. And
she's had an absolute mile of space. I couldn't believe. I thought, where'd she kick that to? All of a sudden, like, oh, hang on. But, and it's about just being clean with the footy, isn't it? The players that are standing out today, just cleaner with the footy.
Absolutely. I was saying, the good players down there, great contest.
Yes.
They've gone in hard there. Good work there by Drew Perkis there, number 10 for the Suns. The line's clear. Good work by Emmett. She holds over the ball.
Good handball.
Excellent. It just didn't quite sit for the Lions. Ross in there strong. Umpire lets it go. Ryan at the back. Knocks it towards the boundary line. Finds some space. Good work by Ryan. Emmett over the footy again for the Suns. Ryan butters up a work. Good smother. Excellent smother there by Moyle. Ryan butters up again. Good contest. All players there. Campbell with the ball. She goes inside forward 50. In the direction there of Sartor. She taps it forward. Follows up a work with a tackle, and the umpire says you had some prior opportunity there. It's holding the ball, so Sartor. With a good bit of play, looks to square it up. Can she find Hussain? Doesn't quite fit for her.
Contact.
Oh, lucky to get away with that one there, the Suns, I think. Hussain kept her head over the footy, as all good players do. Bit unlucky there.
Geez, surprised that wasn't a free kick. But again, in these conditions, if you're first to the footy, you generally get looked after by the umpire. Both ruckmen end up cancelling each other out on that occasion. As the ball dribbles through, here's the Lions' chance. Ducks, weaves, gets tackled, holding the footy, says the umpire. Sometimes you can't play pretty footy in these conditions, can you, John? You just got to sometimes get the boot on ball.
Yeah, get it forward.
Give your forwards the best chance.
Put the defenders under some pressure.
As it comes out to this broadcast side.
It's Ava Usher.
Ava Usher. Jeez, that's Talbot again. Talbot kicks towards the boundary line. Oh, great hip and shoulder by the number 18 in Shelford for the Lions as they look to come out of defence again. But they've got the numbers of Suns. Good pick up, good tackle. Geez, she's having a good couple of minutes in Shelford for the Lions. Oh, slinging tackle, proper dangerous tackle, free kick paid to the Suns. And not feeling too flash after that tackle. Hopefully she's okay. Not quite sure who that is over there.
She's sore.
She's very sore. But seems to be at least trying to walk it off.
True. So this is, looks like number 19. Is Abby Rankin?
Rankin. That surname's pretty famous with the sun jumper on.
Absolutely.
Rankin comes in now. Right foot kick. Can't make the distance with the wet weather. Ball dribbles out for a boundary throw, and the Suns will probably be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, it looks like it's just a little bit of a lower leg issue there.
Just a leg got caught underneath,
Yeah.
I think, on that twisting motion. Never too good for knees or ankles, though. As the Lions again push the ball out defence. They've been under so much pressure in the second quarter. But again, it's those 1% of the tackling, smothers, putting your body in between your opponent and the footy. They've been really impressive, the Lions, even though they're 14 points down in the second quarter.
Yeah, and I think they'd be really happy. The Suns have had 13 inside 50s, and they've kept them to 3 goals. So defence holding up really well from the Lions side.
As the Lions again, they've got that spare back. Almost looked like Talbot again, but I don't think it was.
Hilda Killamai there, the number 4.
Hilda Killamai.
They do look very similar.
I'll let you pronounce that surname because I'm going to get stuck on that all day long. As again, the ball just dribbles around. Who's going to stand up for either of these two sides and just push through some of these contests? Because at the moment, sort of almost waiting for something to happen both these sides. Just feeling each other out in this second quarter. As the rain continues to tumble down.
Good
Another smother by the Lions. Trying to be clean with the footy. Ball might be held up across half forward for the Suns. No. Lions got the footy again. Look at the ball dribbling around. Here's the Suns' chance. Kick inside 50, all the numbers. I believe that's Rank. Is that Rankin again? Or is that Ma?
That's Ma, number 6.
It's Ma, number 6 for the Suns. This is to push the lead out to 20 points. The second quarter. Ma comes in, right foot kick. That's straight over the goal umpire's head. That's the Suns' 4th goal. They moved it forward to 26 to 1 goal, 0 behind, 6 points to the Lions. And, geez, the second quarter, you can just start feeling like the Suns are just starting to be a little bit cleaner around the footy, can't you, John?
They definitely are, and they're just the amount of inside 50s they've had. It's as good as the Lions have been. It just makes it a little bit harder the more it goes in. That pressure builds, and just there that situation. A couple of players got out the back on their own, and a bit of a deeper kick, and good mark and a good finish from Ma. Not easy with a wet footy.
No.
From that distance, so did really well.
Ruckman go up again. Number 21 in Lee got the tap out, but the Lions are getting the tap outs, but the Suns are getting the clearances. The ball dribbles down. Gee, she's had a great second quarter in Shelford. Oh, air swing on the ball there by the Suns. Lions trying to lock this ball up. Ball dribbles out the back. All the pressure in the world now.
Great tackle.
Smashing tackle.
That was a great tackle.
The big number 24 in Moyle. And 50. Not sure why the 50 was.
Just didn't get the ball back on the full.
And in wet conditions, it can become a little bit harder to do that as well. Oh, don't argue. Tried to push through. I'm not sure what happened there. That was the weirdest 30 seconds I've seen for a while.
It's a good tackle by Xenia Allen. And her kick to the middle of the ground. Salisbury can't quite get a handle on it, but follows up her work, does really well. Handball goes out towards Usher. Kick inside 50 towards Milne. Holds over the ball. She's got a player at the back here. Good handball. Goes the way of Harrington. Kick towards the top of the 50. Player out the back there was Usher again.
She's dived on that though. No, ball comes dribbling out.
A good tackle there on Fode.
On the ball, says the umpire. It's one thing with... And another 50. I think the same thing happened. These wet conditions, you might as well walk up to him and
Give it the ball.
just hand him the footy. Don't try and throw it to him, because the ball will drop like a brick in these conditions. As the rain gets a little bit harder here at Bond University. Hussain again out to that far side. That's Gear. Inside attacking 50. How about the numbers inside attacking 50 for the Lions?
It's a good tackle.
And another hole in the ball. That's Hussain again. Now, no one in the goal square here. I don't think Hussain can make the distance. Oh, kicks it in the mouth of the mark. Here comes the second effort by Hussain. Gets tackled in a crunching tackle, but umpire comes in, says, give it to me. I'll throw that one up.
Gee, her work rate's super impressive.
Oh.
Just the follow-up work and ability to stay in the contest been very impressive from the Lions.
Second effort, third effort, fourth effort.
Here she is again.
Here she is again. Hussain. Back in board. And the siren goes for half-time. Ball dribbling towards the line and literally stops about an inch from going through for a point. So no score there for the Lions. So half-time score here, Gold Coast Suns 4-2-26. Brisbane Lions 1-0-6. 20-point margin in favour of the Gold Coast Suns. We'll come back after this short break and check out the action for the third quarter. And welcome back to Bond University. My name's Kane Browning. I'm here with John Dietz of the NAB AFL National Development game between the Gold Coast Suns and the Brisbane Lions. Gold Coast Suns have got a 20-point lead coming in the third quarter. And John, who were those better players for the Suns, you think, in that first half?
Yeah, it's been a pretty even performance for the Suns, but I guess some of their key contributors, Heidi Talbot's had 14 possessions through the midfield. Ava Usher really came to the game that quarter. She's had 12. Tara Harrington and Havana Harris both with 9. For the Lions, Hussein, she's been everywhere for the Lions. She's been
That's putting it mildly.
Yeah, she's had 8. Gear with 7. Also like the work of Moyle. I think she's been really strong, as well as Hopkins. So they've had some good contributors. They've been across it, across halfback. They've been pretty good across there. So just looking to try and score and put some scoreboard pressure on the Suns.
First ruck contest won by the Lions. Again, free kick paid to the Suns. The middle of the ground. First the footy, got called high. Good umpiring. Tries to kick it out to Talbot. Talbot's running on. Ball gets knocked out of the hands. Talbot's still free, running inside, attacking 50. Just sets up across their half-forward line now, trying to build that wall. Lions to look to get our defence again. As the Suns look to lock the ball up here. That ball bouncing around. No one can get clean possession. Here come the Lions. Middle of the ground, no mark taken.
Good handball from Salisbury.
This is Salisbury. Good tackle again by the Lions. Play on, says the umpire. Here's the Lions' chance. No one really free in front of the footy. One-on-one contest here. Good spoil by the Lions. Trying to bring the ball to ground. They've got to get numbers around the footy now. 1-on-5 here. Did beautifully, the Suns player on that occasion. Number 19, I believe that was.
Abby Rankin.
Abby Rankin, great work. It was a 5-on-1 and she ended up winning the contest.
And she went off earlier with what we thought might have been a bit of a lower leg injury, so good to see her back out there.
That's, I believe, is that Talbot
That's
again?
Talbot.
Talbot now. Almost went for a bounce, decided against it. Chips the ball in. The Suns a little bit wayward with the handball. That's Killamere again out there. Ball gets locked in. Umpire's probably going to... No, umpire says play on. Looking for a hold in the footy, hold in the ball decision. No free kick paid. That ball's rolling around in the wet on that far side. Plenty of water around. Geez, good luck trying to get your hands on the footy in that contest. Suns now looking to push the ball forward. Taps the ball in front. Got to be clean here. And the Lions are. Good effort there by the Lions player across half back.
Excellent.
Good tackle again. Throws the footy out. Free kick paid. And again, it's just that pressure by the Lions are keeping them in this contest.
Get your player out here.
Free player here for the Lions.
Another one inside 50 if they can get it over.
Number 15, that's the captain McDonough. Ball hits the deck. Suns have got the numbers. Lions have got to try and lock the ball in.
In the back.
Holding the man on that occasion. And that's just out of work rate for the Lions, isn't it? I believe that's the full forward, number 14, in Gillian again.
Yeah,
she's had a pretty good game in this first half.
Yeah, and just first to the footy. I think that's really simple. First to the footy in those conditions. Put your head over it, and as we said before, you'll generally get the rewards.
This will be the perfect start for the Lions if she can kick this goal. Comes in now, right foot kick. Just gets pushed to the left-hand side for a minor score. Missed opportunity there for the Lions to start this third quarter well. They're going to try and lock this ball in here.
That's a good mark.
That's a great mark out there, sliding in. Jeez, if that's Talbot again.
Talbot.
Jeez. Probably a little bit too close on the girl on the mark, should I say. As the ball rolls out of bounds, I've got to make sure I get the wording right on that one. I've been calling quite a bit of quaffle footy. I'm not used to calling women's footy, so forgive me. As the umpire looks to throw the ball up here. Both ruckmen have been pretty solid for the Lions and the Suns today.
There has been a good duel in there.
That's Talbot again. Handball down. No mark taken. Mark dropped. As the Suns look to pressure the ball carrier here. Just get the ball forward. Can't get a clean possession though, as the Lions kick the ball off the ground. Here's the Lions' chance. It's a 1-on-4 though. Who can win out? The one is one out. Pretty solid effort there for the Lions, but the ball dribbles free. Here's the chance for the Suns. Ball bounces off the deck. Oh, good pressure. Here's a great work by the Lions.
Yeah, just held up and good in the contest there. Good smother.
Good smother by the Suns though. Here, can they kick inside 50 off the turnover? Not on this occasion at the moment. Handball back. Here's a chance. Ball dribbles through. Good work there by the Lions. Full back. Last line of defence. I believe that was Shelford again. She's had a great first half. Suns look to go into attack now. Intercept though. Here's a saying on this broadcast side. Comes straight off the bench. Now she decided to move the ball a little bit quicker. Good kick inboard. That's number 17 in Hannah. Hannah now kicks to the hot spot. Plenty of numbers for the Suns. It was a 3-on-1. Mark dropped as they come out of defence, John.
Harrington takes a mark, looks to square it up, brings it inside. Talbot didn't quite sit for her. Taken there at the back by Gear. Her handball always the same, taken high there by Talbot. It's 2-1. As the same.
Not like we're keeping score at all here this afternoon, but these two players are definitely getting lead poisoning this afternoon.
So, ball goes to half-back. Usher.
Oh, look at that.
Drives the legs and goes. Really good performance for Queensland in the state under 15s this year. The kick gets turned over through the middle of the ground, so the Lions, there's plenty of pressure on around the ball this quarter. They started well. Ross receives a handball, drives a kick towards half-full. Good contest at the back by Ma, brings it to ground, follows up her work. Over the footy there is Hopkins with some good pressure, and the umpire says we'll ball it up again. Just attacking side here of the centre for the Suns.
Now the Suns seem to be able to bring the ball to ground in these wet conditions, but they're not really getting the girls front and centre of the contest, which again allows the Lions to come off their half-back line with very little pressure on them.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's something that Sam Oswald have addressed with the girls at the break. It's good work by Hussein again.
Talbot laying the tackle.
Talbot the tackle. Ball spills out towards Welsh. Her kick, a strong mark taken there by Milne.
She's had a great first half as well, Milne. Kicked a couple of goals.
Good performer on Monday as well, as the kick goes towards the top of the goals, where it's going to roll on. Plenty of pressure here on the Lions in a dangerous position. Over the ball there is Harris.
Good tackle.
Great tackle. Her handball goes forward and she's rushed it behind for her own side.
Jeez. I believe that was number 26 in McCabe. Great last line defence tackle. Saved a certain goal.
Yeah, she's quite strong as Harris, so the 226ers go at it.
Geez, there's a contest and a half between those two. Ball comes off the boot. Touched off the boot, apologies. Ball rolling around like a pea. You're talking about soap before. As no one can get clean possession. Speaking of clean possession, Talbot again. Couldn't get foot to ball really. Again, those pressure acts by the Lions have been really solid in the first two and a bit quarters. Ball still rolling around.
Good handball, that one.
A little bit cleaner. Unfortunately, ball hits the deck again. Great tackle laid. Suns seem to have the numbers though as they go inside attacking 50. Mark dropped. Missed opportunity there. Great tackle by guess who?
Excellent
in
tackle.
Hussein, who's literally everywhere at the moment. Definitely the best on ground for the Lions this afternoon, John.
100%. She's just a work rate. Super impressive and does the hard things and get the footy on the outside as well. So they've definitely got a good player there in Hussein.
Geez, if you had the heat map out, I tell you, he'll be running red hot even in these cool and wet conditions. As the ball dribbles inside attacking 50 for the Suns. Again, the pressure by this Brisbane Lions defence has been impressive as the ball dribbles out for another ball up. And Jeez, that half-back line for the Lions has just been massive this afternoon.
They have been. They've just repelled attack after attack. So just got to try and find a way to score. Can they find another goal here in the last half of this quarter and put some pressure on the scoreboard so the Suns have got something to think about?
Jeez, there's no one front. There's barely anyone front and centre here for the Lions. So, like this, if they do get possession, question is, where does the next kick go?
Yeah, the Suns have got a couple behind the ball. They haven't followed their opponents in, so they're allowed to get an extra number around the footy here. The ball bobbles around. It's a big puddle out there on that far side, but I will say the ground has held up here extremely well. Talbot takes possession. I think it might have been Kellermeyer, sorry. Kellermeyer had possession and just kicked long and off the side of her boot and out of bounds on the full. So the Lions again will take possession.
And it's one thing you do notice, around the ground, quite a bit of surface water around the place, but on the ground itself, it's held up extremely well, like you said, John. A beautiful tackle laid there by the Gold Coast Suns. The tackle was on Hussein. Not quite sure who that is on that far side. A little bit hard to see. Goes inside attacking 50 now.
Good lead.
Oh, unfortunately, couldn't hold on to it. Look at the numbers around this footy for the Lions.
Worked really hard back.
Oh, really impressive. Suns a little bit cleaner though, as the Lions again repel.
This is Mill.
This is Milne here. Oh, great dummy, step, weave, dodge, whatever you want to call it. Kicks inside. No one can take clean possession. Oh, great blind turn. Great pickup and blind turn by the Lions. Number five in Benson. As the ball dribbles towards full forward for the Suns. Again, the numbers around the footy for the Lions. Just trying to lock the ball in there. Tackle laid by number 8 in Neary. Locks the ball in for a ball up, John.
Had 53 tackles, the Lions. As the pressure around the ball is unbelievable.
Putting the men's game to shame at the moment, these girls. Which is really good in considering the conditions, which seem to be getting a little bit heavier. So that tackling pressure has got to continue. Oh, front on contact. High shot. Not deliberate, just two people going for the footy. One got a little bit lower to the ground than the other. And a free kick paid to the Suns.
This is Ma.
This is Ma again, who's had a pretty good first half.
So I think you look at the numbers here. The Suns have had 86 kicks and 86 handballs, so they're exactly 1-1. And that's a result of the pressure around the footy.
Kicks now, beautiful kick. Not sure if she meant to do that, but chips the ball in short. Mark taken.
Dakota Barron, number 27.
Number 27, Barron.
So from Springwood.
Barron now comes in. Right foot kick. Stabs at the footy. Unfortunately pushes across the face of goal from one behind. Suns move to 4-4-28. 21-point lead in favour of the Suns. Lions 1-1-7. Played just over close to 13 minutes in this third quarter. As again, the Lions look to repel. The Suns have got possession though. Going back inside 50. No mark taken. The numbers are with the Suns. Chip off the ground and a beautiful goal. That's, I believe that was number 6 again.
Ava Ma.
Raven Ma. Jeez. That's Ma. I believe that's Ma's first goal for the Suns.
Did really well there. Just stayed in the contest and just a little dribble off the ground. Didn't panic when the pressure came, and just that deep entry inside forward 50 just made it really tough for that Lions defence. Had plenty of numbers around the ball, but when you're under a lot of pressure, eventually you just need that little bit of luck, and fell onto the boot of Ma and went through. So Suns 5th and go out to a 27-point lead.
Both ruckmen come up now. Number 23, Baker couldn't win the tap out on that occasion for the Lions. Plenty of pressure on this ball. That was Talbot again. As the umpire comes in for another ball up. Oh, surprise, surprise. Hussein at the bottom of the pack.
there were votes in this game.
Hussein or Talbot at the moment, you'd probably give it to Talbot just purely because of what the scoreboard's reading at the moment. Again, just that overuse of handball by the Suns in the middle of the ground. Got to get the ball on boot. Seems to be what the Lions are at least trying to do.
A lot of pressure.
Oh, beautiful beautiful pick-up by the Lions. Unfortunately, the Suns have got the numbers.
He's
And
behind the
surprise,
ball.
surprise. Hussein again. Chips the ball in short. Unfortunately, couldn't take the mark, and the ball dribbles out for a boundary throw-in. I believe that was DePaul. Hopefully I got that right. That's Brisbane Lions captain this afternoon. As the ball comes back inside towards attacking 50 for the Suns. Again, this half-back line by the Lions have been really good this afternoon. As the ball dribbles out there towards, that's Gilliard again. Full forward, gets pushed off the footy. And holding the ball decision. Free kick going to the Lions.
Got a couple out the back here if they can get it in quick.
If you can kick the ball over the line now, unfortunately. Moved a little bit too slow on that occasion. All the numbers with the Suns. Ball hits the front of the pack. Can't let the ball get out the back here, the Lions. Good tackle again. This is Hussein again. Hussein chips the ball in board. Dangerous kick. Got to be clean. Gets intercepted though. Try to get the handball off. Suns just mucking around with the footy a little bit at the moment. All of a sudden. And again, the pressure comes again by the Lions. Look at this look at this for pressure. Lions player dives on the footy. Umpire gives the benefit of the doubt. And if I call this name out again, I'm going to lose my voice. It was Hussein jumping on the footy like a hand grenade. Ball dribbles out now. Suns again a little bit cleaner around the footy in this third quarter. Great contest there by all players involved. Handball's off. Decides to handball inboard. Can't take clear possession. Here's the Lions' chance. If they can get clear possession here, they've got a mountain of space to run into. Great effort there by the Suns. And again, look at the ball just dribbling around here.
Pressure's been enormous. Talbot kicks towards half forward, goes the direction of Ma. She kicks backwards. Good decision, that one. Umpire said didn't go 15, play on.
Oh, crunchy tackle.
Good attack on the ball there by Gear. Handball goes in the middle of the ground. Another strong tackle. Umpire says play on. Boardy's flying everywhere. Barron gets a handball over the top towards Lappin. Her handball charged down. Gets a handball out in the direction of Davis. Her handball to Barron. Quick kick towards the top of the goals. How's it going to bounce? Umpire says that was touched.
Geez, Eva French, the number one for the Lions, pulled up extremely sore. Middle of the ground here. Looks
Massive
like she
contest.
wants. She's calling for the trainer. She wants to come off the ground. Might have rolled an ankle. Just got a foot got caught in the wrong spot in that tackle. As the Lions look to come out of defence again. Suns have got the numbers. Great tackle laid again by the Lions. Oh, it's got to be in the back. No free kick paid. As the ball gets pushed forward by the Lions. That was Sada at the bottom of the pack there. Number 3 gets on her feet. That ball's not coming out. Oh, yes, it is. As the siren goes for three-quarter time here at Bond Uni. Gold Coast Suns 5-5-35. Brisbane 1-1-7. Three-quarter time here at Bond Uni. We'll be back after the short break for some fourth quarter action. And welcome back here for Bond University. This great game between the Brisbane Lions and the Gold Coast Suns in the NAB AFLW National Development Series. Great game this afternoon. If you look at the scoreboard, I'm here with John Dietz, by the way. My name's Kane Browning. John, you wouldn't say it's a 4-goal margin between these two sides, because
okay, I think that the pressure around the footy from the Lions has been outstanding. They've had 68 tackles, so that's just an unbelievable amount at this stage of the game. Suns under a lot of pressure. They've had 99 kicks, 111 handballs, so they haven't had a lot of time and space to work in, and the Lions will be really happy with their pressure. So can they get an early one here and put some scoreboard pressure on now?
See how we go. Last quarter in the last game for the year for these two sides. As the Lions get it out of the middle, Suns get it out of the middle again, chips the ball in. They're looking at the Brisbane Lions here trying to come out of defence. That's number 18 again. That's Shelford again. In there, bottom of the pack.
Rain's just cleared up here too for the start of the last quarter, just slightly.
Great for the girls who are trying to dry out, spent 3 quarters in the pouring rain. As the ball dribbles out now, here's the Suns' chance. Great smother again by the Lions. But they've got the numbers in front of the contest here, the Suns. Comes back into trouble, drags the ball back in, tries to feed the handball out. Here's the Suns' chance. Kick the ball inside 50. That was Shelford again. Yes, number 18. On the ball, and again,
it was Gear.
That was Gear. Gear's had a great afternoon. That half-back line, Shelford, Gear, have been really impressive for the Lions.
It's a great kick too. Just open up the space out the outer side.
Here we go. Can the ball get over the back here? Great effort by the Lions on that occasion. Handballs forward. They've got some numbers. This is Hussain. Hussain chips the ball in board. Couldn't slide in to take the mark, unfortunately. Ball dribbles out the back. Numbers are with the Suns. Chips the ball in the middle of the ground. Plenty of numbers around that contest. Ball hits the deck. Here's the chance for the Suns. On this broadcast side, it's a 2-on-1. Who can win here? Number 22 for the Lions.
That's a good bump.
That's Ibrahim. Ibrahim now gets tackled by the Suns player. Number 21
Andy Hurd played in a senior premiership on Saturday up in Cairns for the Cairns Saints.
Hurd's had a pretty good afternoon for the Suns as well. Been pretty solid in the middle of the ground. As the Suns chip around the corner. Got to be clean here. Good handball in board. Here's some space. Chips the ball inside 50. As the ball dribbles out, unfortunately for the Suns, for another ball up.
Just starting to get her hands on the ball a bit this quarter, Tara Harrington. She started well. She's another player that played in the under-18 champs earlier in the year, so highly rated prospect coming through. Good smother. Oh, it's off the Falcon.
She's got...
That's a good goal.
Goal.
That's Lappin.
Now, I'm pretty sure I know who laid that smother, because they've pulled up very sore indeed across half-back. I'm just trying to work out which number it is. Yeah, she's not in a good way at all. And it's good having the teammate come and go, you okay? And then go, oh, I've got to go. Just leave her sort of hanging. Trainer comes out now. But that was again.
It's a great finish. Sunny Lappin, she's a classy player. She's a 15-year-old who's just got a bit of class about her. And lovely kick-off, sort of 1 or 2 steps from 35 metres out. And just showed her class with the footy there.
Now, I believe that's number 20.
24?
24 for the Lions.
It's Moyle.
That's Moyle. Now, she's had a pretty good after. Her pressure has been really good. And just her attack on the footy has been great.
Yeah, she's had 10 tackles. That's a massive result.
And considering now she's probably going to have the word Sharon written across her forehead, because that was a crazy smother. It almost came off. Literally, it was like a smother off the head, front and centre to the Suns player who ran in for a goal. So
and wet footy too.
It doesn't make
it nice.
A bit unfortunate for Lions player. He's very, very ginger coming off the ground now.
So we hope she's all right.
No, she's definitely come off second. But great effort though. And again, just the work rate from both these sides. Pressure on the footy as the Suns look to attack again. They could blow this game right open here.
Good tackle.
Oh, speaking of tackling, who was that?
Hopkins.
Hopkins. Now, speaking of Hopkins, Hopkins has been massive in the tackling stakes as well this afternoon.
As clearing kick goes away at Talbot. She can't quite get a handle it. Hurd with the ball, drives it forward. Good work there by the Lions. Number 8 there in Neary. Ball goes forward in the way of the Suns. Lappin over the ball. Feeds it back to Talbot. She probably thought about what she was going to do with it before she took possession. Ball bobbles towards the boundary line. Good work there by Campbell. Keeps the ball in play. Great smother again by the Suns. Kellermeyer over the ball. Ball goes out towards Lappin. Usher receives a handball. Long shot on goal, and a mark is spilt over the line there by Harris. So good defending there by the Lions to knock it over the line and just repel another Suns attack.
Jeez, if you can say nothing else by the Lions today, their defensive pressure and their work rate has just been brilliant. Last game of the year has been sensational. Unfortunately, they turn the ball over. Here's a chance for the Suns. The ball goes through about 15 players. Lions look to get our defence now. It's a 2-on-1 in favour of the Suns. That's number 12.
That was Reeves.
Reeves chips the ball in. Handball over the top. Got some space now. Number 23 for the Suns.
Yeah,
as the ball dribbles out. And again, probably another favourable outcome considering the ball didn't go out in the full.
Yeah, definitely. And Savon Ross there, she missed a lot of footy this year. She's been out most of the year with injury. She only played a couple of games late in the year up in Townsville. So good effort by her to come back in to play at this level after a lot of time out.
No, really good to see. Here's the Suns' chance deep inside attacking 50. No one can hear no one can win the tap out cleanly. Story of the day as the Suns look to push the ball forward. Oh, crunch! Unfortunately, it's a free kick. Another pretty solid tackle laid, and I believe that was, that was Shelford again.
Shelford again.
And free kick paid, unfortunately, just a tad high. And we've got number 13.
It's Harrington.
In Harrington, lining up for goal, right foot kick. Comes off the side of the boot in the wet conditions. Goes through for a point. Geez, you'd love to see the Lions just snatch one or two in this last quarter.
Be nice, so you get some reward for effort. Players are just closing the ground up a bit here. Push forward. This ball goes over the head of Talbot, but she follows up her work. Good pressure by the Lions. Force her to just cough up a handball there. Usher in hard over the ball. Quick kick forward. Pick up there by Rankin, the girl from Mackay. Kick towards the top of 50 in the direction of Ma. Hussain there with strong pressure. How's the umpire going to see this? Just held on a little bit too long.
I think Hussain slightly held back there because she almost looked like she wanted to put it through the fence.
Could have, did well to hold it up. Gamble over the ball there for the Lions. Gets a handball out in the direction there of Gilbert. Good strong tackle there by the Suns, and the umpire says we'll throw that up. And I like this, how the umpires come in about 15 metres and throw the ball up. Just opens up some space, allows the players to play. It's a good result. It's Campbell in over the top there with Usher. Quick kick out of the pack by Folk to the top of the goal square. Front and centre there was Harrington. Didn't quite sit for her. Handball goes out there from Pearce.
Good tackle again.
Numbers around the ball again at the top of the goal square for the Suns, and the umpire says we'll ball it up. So 10 minutes left in this one as Davis knocks it out the back. Players crash in over the ball with the Suns. Ball spills out in the direction of the Lions. Not going anywhere too fast this footy. Numbers in over the ball again. The umpire finally says we'll throw that one up.
Geez, Davies has probably had 3 or 4 efforts there for the Suns. Number 24, the ruckman. Really good effort there as she wins the tap out again. Here's the chance for the Suns. Deep inside attacking 50.
Geez, Shelford.
That's Shelford again. She's been massive all day for the Lions defence. almost cuts the ball off again. No mark paid. Oh, Hussain having leather poisoning. That's a free kick. Holding the player. And Hussain gets another possession after laying another tackle. John?
Yeah, and her work rate, again, we've spoken about it all day. Her work rate has been fantastic and just burrows in, puts her head over the footy, and she's got a couple of players out here. Looks to use the ball nicely too. Out the direction there of Gear. Good pick up there by the Suns, but that was Reeves. Over the footy again, Hussain. She's just everywhere. She just follows up her work. And
geez, you know what? The longer this game's gone on, you'd probably say Hussain is probably best on ground at this stage. Even though the scoreboard is blown out a little bit, it's a 36 point lead in favour of the Suns. As the ball dribbles around now, again inside attacking 50 for the Suns. Oh, crunch. Great pressure. Here's Talbot's chance. Can't get clean hands on the footy though. Again, the tackling pressure by this Lions defence has been immense this afternoon. Snap on goal.
Touched off the boot.
Touched off the boot. That would have been goal of the year.
It's Talbot again.
Talbot again. See, as soon as you mention one, the other one bobs up and goes, hey, I'm still here. I want best on ground as well.
Don't forget about me.
Don't forget about me. And the Lions look to come out of defence now. We've played just on 11 minutes in this last quarter. 37 point lead in favour of the Suns. This is Gear. Gear, beautiful kick. Kicks over the line. Here's a chance for the Lions if they can get some space. But you got the sweeper there for the Suns. Handball's in board. Gets the 1-2, unfortunately. Not clean. Good tackle laid there. And again, that was Milne. So another ball up, John.
Yeah, and a couple of goals for Milne. So it looks like she's moved up the ground. As Barron taps it down in the direction of Kellermeyer. Doesn't quite sit for her. Body's crashing again. Player looked to hack the foot off the ground but pulled out, thankfully. Saved a couple of hands. Back to Milne in the blue helmet. Kicks towards half forward. And a good mark there taken in defence by Shelford. She drives the ball forward. So can the Lions hit the scoreboard here? Numbers around the ball. Suns got numbers back. Got a one-on-one but in front of the play and a good mark taken in front there by Gilland.
She's had a good game, Gilliland, at full forward.
She has, Gilliland. Kick goes inside forward 50.
Great pickup.
Excellent work there. Goes the way of Hussain. Can she hit the scoreboard? Kick to the top of the goal square. Suns defence under a bit of pressure. Well done there at the back.
Good kick.
By Emmett. Her kick goes wide in the direction of Harris now. She leads the race to the ball. Ball sits nicely for her. Good strong tackle. Good pressure. Just got a foot to it.
Oh,
another crunching tackle. Harris follows up again. Long kick towards half forward in the direction of Harrington. She picks the footy up, got numbers out the back and she can get a bit on it. Fote, good pick up. Handball in turn to Milne. Ball doesn't quite sit for her. Bounces off her chest. Top of 50. Numbers around the ball. Lions with a strong tackle. There's plenty going on. Effort after effort after effort.
Crunching tackles, crunching smothers. Just all those 1% you love to see on a wet day like this, John.
Absolutely, as Milne gets a handball forward, taken there by Hopkins, who
mark that.
Just sends it up the chimney down the middle of the ground. Numbers around the ball again. Ball bobbles about. Who's going to take possession? Over the ball is Emmett. Hurd with a strong tackle. Bit of a head clash.
That was almost like a hug, and then let it go for a split second. I went, no, I'm gonna. Is that two tackles or one?
Being classed as one. Barron taken there by the Lions. Driving kick forward. Rankin gets in the way of that one. Good attack on the footy there. Both players. Talbot held it ground. Drives the ball towards centre wing. Kellermeyer spills the mark. Good pressure there by Shelford. Taken by Fote. Her handball goes over the top to Lapham. Back to Kellermeyer. Kellermeyer tries to take him on. Umpire said no prior opportunity. Kellermeyer again dumps it inside forward. 50 for the Suns. Fote overruns the footy. Campbell in strongly for the Lions. Big strong tackle there at the back by Ma. Hurd doesn't quite get good purchase on that one. Ball taken there by Usher. Long kick towards goal. Has just missed to the near side.
Geez, that was just starting to come back. I thought, geez, she might have kicked the goal there. But I can't get my head around the tackling for both these sides.
It's just ferocious,
Wet
isn't
conditions, wet day. The last game of the group of games they've played, both these sides, just the tackling pressure from both sides have been great this afternoon. And given the scoreboard's blown out slightly, again, you just love to see the Lions get a little bit of reward for effort, because as far as effort's concerned, they've definitely given 110.
100% as Killameyer's kick smothered. Love to see the smother count. We don't get that stat on the champion datas, but the smother count's been enormous as well. Good tackle there, just dispossessed Welsh, and the Lions will take possession there through Sanor. Her kick goes wide on centre wing on the outer side. Ball kick straight to Talbot there, who picks up.
Oh, crunch.
And just a little bit high in the tackle. The effort was great, but Talbot just got a little bit lower at the ball, and her kick inside finds Barron's a good kick.
Good mark.
Got numbers out the side here in Salisbury. Good work by the Lions to get back and spoil the footy. Again, pressure. And the Suns.
Did you see the back foot kick? Back heel? Straight into the teammates' hands. And again, another beautiful tackle laid by the Suns.
So good work there by Usher, just strong in body. That's her 33rd possession. So heads off and a high contact there.
That's Usher too.
Both players cracking in at the ball. I think that's Ma who's just copped the one
sorry,
high.
Ma.
Both players look like
that was just incidental head clash.
Both players just going at the football there.
You can almost see the water coming off like a boxer. Just didn't look good at all for both players. Ma looks to have been the first one to get back on their feet.
Yeah, they're both up.
Both up now.
Which is good.
Geez, deserves a round of applause, that effort from both players. And again, both these sides. Just, you can't speak highly enough of the effort given by both these sides this afternoon.
Yeah, the intent and the effort, and
as it looks like Ma might be coming off the ground.
So he's in the hands of the trainers, but
there's a Killamere.
Killamere, yeah, with the kick.
Tried to get to Talbot. No go on that occasion. Again, great tackle laid. Ball rolls towards the boundary line, this broadcast side. Half forward. Ball comes flying inboard through a handball. Oh, good handball there. Straight to the hot spot. 3-on-1 though in favour of the Lions defence. Good kick forward. Little check side kick. Didn't come off too well. Again, the pretty handball for the Suns. Can't get clean possession. Good tackle laid by the Lions again. As the Suns just can't get clean possession of the footy. Ball comes back out to Talbot. Talbot handball inboard. Here's Talbot again. Right foot kick. But all the numbers in favour of the Lions. Goes to play on. Here's the pressure. Pressure's going to amp up now. Lions desperately trying to get the ball out. Ball dribbles towards the goalpost and hits the point post. We've got another ball up.
Another ball up and only a couple of seconds left, so I think that'll do us.
There's the siren. Gold Coast Suns victorious in the last game of the year. 6-9-45 to the great effort by the Brisbane Lions. 1-1-7. Congratulations to both these sides this afternoon. Getting a wave by the Lions girls there. And, geez, John, just run through some of the better players for both these sides.
Yeah, so leading possession winners. Usher with 34. She had 12 kicks, 22 handballs. A massive day for her. Heidi Talbot had 32 for the Suns. And Sunny Lappin with that fantastic on the last quarter. She finished with 23. Harrington with 20. For the Lions gear, because she used the ball really well, she looks a really nice kick of the footy. She had 20 possessions. Hussein, as we spoke about, just everywhere all day with 18 possessions and 6 tackles. Hopkins with 17, and then dropped away a little bit for the Lions with Shelford, Ibrahim and Moyle all with 8. And Moyle with the 10 tackles. We hope she's all right after that heavy knock to the head with the footy coming for the smother. But the Suns, I'd be really happy with that performance. I think under a lot of pressure from the Lions, and although the scoreboard was a little bit dominant in the end towards the Suns, I think the Lions will be really happy with their pressure and their intent throughout the game.
No, thank you very much for your comments this afternoon, John. That was John Dietz. My name's Kane Browning. Thank you very much for tuning in. Have a safe trip home for the people that wandered down to Bond Uni this afternoon in the wet conditions. Again, my name's Kane Browning. Thank you to John Dietz. And we'll see you next time for more footy action.